All right. And I fixed that glitch officially. I was going to put it in today, but with the internet being slow and stupid, I saw no need to. We'll fix it for next week. That little at the end of the opener.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's that one spot where a note's held for like a second.
Oh.
It's actually a glitch when I exported the MP3. So, antisocialexperience.com, the website, our main home on the internet. That leads to everything else. You can find Facebook there, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. But the Instagram it's my Instagram. We should make one for the podcast.
An Insta for the podcast?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how much marketing, or not marketing, but how much networking, and I know a lot of people use Instagram, so that's one home. Let's pull up. Yeah, wrong mouse. Antisocial Experience Podcast on Facebook, and also Antisocial Experience Podcast on YouTube. That being said, Tim.
Another week.
What are we doing?
Talking about stuff, I guess. No, that's what we usually do, man.
Yeah. So this laptop is getting an overhaul this week.
Okay, yeah, the one that gave you all the issues last week.
We did have issues last week, and it's even more issues this week. It's just glitch after glitch. Like, maybe it's dying, man. That could be the case.
It's pretty recent laptop, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 5th gen Intel,
Right.
but it's on the high end of the low end budget cut corner side. You know what I mean?
High end of the low end, okay.
Yeah, high end of the
Gotcha.
lowest end.
Okay.
High end of the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Kind of fitting for today, though. You know what? We'll try Edge for a change.
Give Edge a shot. Maybe Microsoft is getting a little salty at us, man.
You think?
Yeah, man, I don't know.
They're sending some hate our way,
Maybe.
slowing us down over here.
Who knows, man? Hey, we talk smack across the board. Across the board, we talk smack.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when all else fails, talk mad shit. That was our lesson last week.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, man, I wanted to talk about this. We've kind of brought it up before, but to no extent. I think it was just a quick mention and then on down the track. Working, man. Working is a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, in today's world. Do you think, because I've heard people say it before, do you think people are working harder now than they ever have in the past? As far as, like, having to work and be able to survive, just to get beyond surviving and living.
Well, that's the thing. You hear about, like, the weight, like, you hear about, like, the level of income kind of staying the same, but, like, the hours going up.
Right.
Yeah, when you look at the numbers.
And also because I remember a time when we were doing all right, with mom staying at home and dad working. Or, stepdad in my case and mom at home. But there was times where both of them worked but didn't need to. That was just to try and get further ahead. But it seems like today, to get by, if you're going to have cars, you're both going to be working and working a lot of hours. And sacrificing time with life, your kid, your family, kids, friends.
Yep.
I don't know. I think that kind of holds true, but I don't know. Because I didn't work when I was a kid. I was a kid, obviously, so I have no experience. I would love to get somebody that's like, somebody on the show, and maybe we'll revisit the whole thing and go more in depth. But somebody that's like 60, 50, 60.
Yeah.
That would be like the right age from about when I was, anywhere from like 55 up, I would say, would be an adult that was working when I was a kid.
Okay.
Would be a good one. They could speak to that because I was just a kid, man. I knew about, Sam the dog and Black and White. That was one of my dog.
Oh, okay.
Black and White Star Trek, watching it with Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Twilight Zone, climbing trees, building forts.
Yep, fun stuff.
All of that, which is not work.
Yep.
Funny enough. No, I wanted to take a little bit deeper dive in. Like, maybe not name we're not going to name companies, corporations, whatever, but we can just riff on stuff we've done. Maybe for a little bit. Like, I was sitting thinking yesterday about different jobs I'd done in the past. And I'm like, damn. That doesn't seem like a lot of jobs. Maybe I'm getting old and forgetting and missing a few. And I'm like, oh, wow, here, and here.
No.
Yeah.
See, I have like, I made the joke the one time. It was like, the resume, like, the like the actual resume and then the real resume.
Right.
I've worked a lot of different places. I haven't really been fired too much, but
No, I've went through that, and funny enough, the fired thing. Sorry to cut you off.
no problem.
When you said it, I thought of it instantly. Okay, I was working a job, public service to an extent, we'll say,
Okay.
and another employee that I had trained at one point that was scheduled my same hours. Okay. Scheduled my same hours, and I had trained her. I'd been there a few months when she had gotten a job, and I trained her for the dual duty job that we did.
Okay.
Because there was two businesses in one rental, like one shop.
Okay.
So they had, and people might know where this is, but we're not gonna name. No name dropping today. Stuff started come up missing like a lot, like, and stuff worth money.
Yeah.
I mean, there was money missing too, on top of everything, money and stuff that cost a lot of money. Well, ended up being, I showed up to work one day and they're like, you can just go home, and I'm like, what? Did my schedule change? Like, nah, you're being let go. I'm like, for what? And they're like, well, a lot of stuff's coming up missing, and it's on the days you're working. I'm like, did you happen to see who else works those days? No, Art didn't look at it. He's going to check it out later. I'm like, okay, well, that's awesome. I said, I just wash shirts. I have them in the car. I'll go change, and brought my shirts back in and took off. And I went back like a couple days later, and I was like, hey, did you talk to the manager in question? Like, did you check on that? He's like, no, I've been busy this week with you having to be let go. I had to pick up your shift plus mine. I'm like, well, maybe you should check on it and see what's going on. Long story short, we're going to make it a lot shorter. I was going to be denied unemployment because I asked about it because I was fired.
Yeah.
I filed anyway. I sent in my case, and this company didn't even bother responding to unemployment. I went back and checked later with some employees that worked there. Well, what had happened is the girl I'd trained was stealing stuff, and she had stolen thousands, like pushing close to $10,000. Yeah. Caught on camera, all of it. And then when they reviewed it, I never got an apology, nothing, but I did get unemployment. Yeah, and
Well,
it's like,
you got unemployment.
it's like, hey man, just take an hour and check on this. I said, this isn't the only job in the world, but I actually liked what I was doing here. I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you check on it and see if you're making the right call? Because I don't think you are.
Yeah.
I said, that's, could be me being guilty, trying to make myself sound innocent, or maybe I'm really not guilty.
Yeah.
But yes, I ended up getting unemployment for it because they just didn't even respond, maybe out of embarrassment, maybe out of,
Yeah.
like, we were wrong, he was right.
Yeah.
Sorry, here, you take your unemployment. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Like most, like, I don't know. I've quit and been fired, like, pretty much every way now that I think about it. Like good and bad. So.
Well, going back to the Aurora shooting, you haven't shot anybody at a termination meeting.
No.
So we're not going down that road.
Nope.
Not advisable.
Nope. Oh, no.
Have you ever worked a job where you knew you were going to be fired?
No. Actually, no.
Yeah. See, I had a couple where I suspected, like, oh, I'm going to be fired for sure. I was like, I don't know why. Maybe they just don't like me. But I never ended up losing those ones. Those are ones that I'd quit.
Oh, well,
And funny enough, yeah, the ones that I had no clue, and I did lose a few jobs there. And you saying about the resume thing makes me think of another thing. Are you familiar with the term job hopper? Job hopping.
I'm not too familiar with it. No.
Okay, that used to be a big thing back, I'm going to say, in the late 90s into the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it's much of a thing anymore. If companies look at it, I mean, I guess some of them would, because I'm not a businessman. I don't have employees. But if I was going to hire people, I'd want people. I wouldn't want to have to keep constantly hiring and training, putting resources out. I'd want to try and get people.
What? Well, okay, like, can't you sign a contract for like a year or two though?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
like there's ways around that. Like,
Yeah, there are, and that's usually for higher, like real
Yeah.
crazy positions.
well, I think it might work for it might work for like
Flipping burgers.
it might.
Burgers.
You never
man?
know. You never know. Has anyone tried it? In,
I
like,
just,
low
I
income?
just,
like,
I just signed on with McDonald's for 7 years.
yeah. Hey man,
seven,
like
seven. Shit, man. I signed on for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
like, yeah, is it the future? Maybe. I don't know. No, but job hopping. That's when somebody go get a job, work it, get a paycheck, quit,
Yeah.
or would change jobs frequently.
Yeah.
And I actually had a few friends that when they went to, and applied and got an interview, and when the interview came up, that was the term that said employer they were interviewing at used. Like, we can see that you like to work. You've had a lot of jobs, but we just don't want to hire you. You're basically a job hopper. You'll work and then quit and go go do something else.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Full send. Yeah, no. I don't know if that's the thing today. I think it kind of is still for some positions, but maybe not as relevant, or I don't. There's another word I had. Maybe it's not a thing like it was in the past
Yeah.
because of the world changing, society, culture.
I think a lot of people have had to like adapt to being job hopping a little bit, you know, in the current climate.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Like businesses, like oh, I have said business, and I'm not paying minimum wage, but I'm paying above that. Mm-hmm. And there's within 50 miles, hell, within 20 miles, there's 15 other businesses that are paying well above what I am for the same, you know what I mean? Same service, same food, whatever. The same construction, da-da-da. Name the job.
Yeah.
And, do you raise what you're paying people, or do you keep it where it works?
It's a tough, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I think a lot of people always look at money.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, that's the evil thing that it takes to survive in today's world.
It can't, it's a tool like anything else. It's just, man, it's just like, it's like some people just can't handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I kind of one point that I was trying to make, and it didn't really come across. I can just outright say it, about the job hopping thing, was it seemed like when I worked, like loyalty to your company, to your business was, you know what I mean, an important thing back then. And it don't seem so in today's world a lot.
I don't know. There's a few employers that I've had that I still would go back to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
There was people that I worked for that in work for whatever.
Yeah.
I'd ride the ship down, man. Like if it's sinking, I'll stay there till it's underwater.
Those are the jobs that I keep hopping back to, that I've worked multiple times at.
Right.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. But no, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they're working okay as far as your peers are concerned? Working, and do you think working and being successful is an important thing as far as like peer pressure and that's concerned today? Or because with different generations you see different
people no. Different people, I don't know. No, it boils down to a problem that like that people have to get so stubborn and defensive about philosophical, like, or about just like differences of opinion, even like
right
like
I don't know, I couldn't picture me being a blob that sits on a couch till I'm like, 40, 50.
like if I'm in the house, I walk around. Or
well, I mean, at my parents' house.
Yeah, like
yeah, not shaving, just sitting on in my mom's basement or whatever. I couldn't see myself doing that. Not there's anything wrong with that. That could be fun.
I did that for a while before I had a kid.
Right.
And I've been doing it a minute here because, I was extremely underweight and stressed, but yeah. And then,
well, I think it's okay to do that. I think when you get stuck there, and it's
like stuck there, that's when it could be considered depression, maybe.
Yeah,
but
and dude, I just thought of this. We had talked about a case with that where it didn't Didn't the kid's parents sue him? Or the guy's parents? He was...
Oh, yeah.
It went to court, and the judge is like, go get a job or whatever.
Yeah, go get a job. Yeah, whatever.
Like, I think the kid was demanded money for... The guy was demanded money for... I forget what... Dude, it was a crazy case. If my internet works, I'll pull it up as we're talking. I'm not going to look over there and fail. I'll look here and fail, find it, and then look successful on that side.
All right.
But no, and there's a lot of stuff I've done. Construction, well, residential construction, we'll put it that way.
Okay.
I've done a tad bit of commercial, but from a company that did residential. I did a steel building or two, built 7 houses. And I don't want to fool people, okay? I built 7 houses from the foundation up, meaning masons came in and did the foundation. I went from put top plate, or whatever, I don't know what it's called anymore. Put the treated boards that go down over the bolts, and you bolt them down, then you build your floor joist off that and go up. I did that from there to shingles, siding, windows, a little bit of drywall. I was around for that.
Oh, cool.
Helped with electrical, but I wasn't the electrician. So 7 houses that way, repaired many others, roofing, siding, did all that.
Yeah.
Great job if you like working outside.
Yeah. Well, it's around here, it's seasonal work.
Depending who you work for, that's the thing.
Really? Oh, okay.
Some companies I worked for, I've roofed in the winter, and it sounds crazy, like you can't do it. Well, of course you can't do it. You're not supposed to. If you have to, though, you got to be warming up the tar strip on the shingles to get it to stick, and it still doesn't seal right because it needs to sit for days in the sun.
Yeah.
You can't tell some people, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh God, no. Trust me.
No. When you're the employee, you don't dare tell the boss.
Oh no.
How?
Oh, how things should be done.
Right.
Oh no, I got No, this one I got first day. They're like, "Hey man, now some people are set in their ways here," and it's like, "Oh, so I'm right and I can't fucking say anything."
Right.
Yeah. Like,
right.
Awesome. Like,
hey, it takes all kinds.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what's great about the world. There, it's what's bad and it's what's great.
Yeah.
You got every different type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some are more interesting than others.
Sorry for getting a little loud.
That's all right, man. That's all right. As long as our listeners still got ears, eardrums functioning. Another one, and there's I've worked around other people with different companies, and like I said, we're not going into specifics because I'm not going to.
Oh no, I don't ever go into specifics.
I'm not going to intentionally slam anybody, but I will praise.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah,
good stuff. I'll call it out.
No, there's been a few that have been there, had my back,
And okay, so I'd be at work at 7, sometimes 6:30.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd hang out till 7:15, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, whatever, finishing morning breakfast down at Breakfast Sandwich. But we'd start working usually around 7, no later than 7:15. 7:30 if it was a crazy cold day. But I mean extremely cold, single digits or under 0. We may wait till the sun was up and start at 8, a little higher in the sky. Brief pause. Yeah.
Well, hey,
I had to hear it. That was a motorcycle.
Yeah,
by the way. It sounded good.
So if anybody drives by the podcast, we'll give you a few seconds to rev it up, I guess. Now.
Yeah. Right. But no, and I'd go in, and literally I'd see some people that come to work, and they'd show up at whatever time, 7, 7:30, and they'd go and they'd look to see where they're going to start working, and they'd do that till about 8:39. And then go take a break for 15, 20 minutes, half hour, come back, and then look around for another hour where they're going to start what they're going to do, and then start working. And by that time, they'd work an hour, and then it was lunchtime.
Dang.
It's
because of the slow creep in the morning? Or
well, just it basically wasting time.
Yeah.
And it's that, man,
Nah, man, I can work like a machine, dude. I can yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, just wasting time like that never seemed.
No, I don't like that either too much. I mean, 5-10 minutes of bullshitting, that's whatever, you know, like, but
Right, but when you're putting hours into just standing and looking around and looking where you're going to start working.
Nah, fucking hours, nah, man. Like,
no. No. I wouldn't keep people employed working for me that did that, but hey, I don't have a business, so.
Well, it's not hard.
What? Having a business?
No, I mean, well, it's like, actually, I think it's either get it like an LLC or if you just operate under your own name. I think I heard that somebody told me that.
Yeah, I think, don't you get some kind of tax break or something if you have your initials or your name in the business name?
I don't know about that. But,
all right. I don't want to spread disinformation, man. There's too much of that in the world today.
Oh, yeah.
Way too much. Anyhow, what was the point I was making? I don't know. I forget the point I was making. Oh, jobs.
Yeah.
Let's get back on that for a minute.
Yeah, I'm in the market for one right now.
All right, Tim.
Yeah.
Put it out there, people. No.
Oh, dude, this is fucked up, but I looked this up before the podcast. There is 0 accreditation required to be a life coach in Pennsylvania. 0. Like,
you thinking Tony Robbins style?
yeah, like I could just like throw my phone number and be like, call me up, like life coach, like name and then name a price, you know.
Dude, you need to get one of those, you know, the hand
I mean,
the hand shocker. It's like the ring and it buzzes people's hands when you shake their hand.
Oh yeah.
You need to get one of those that levels on like half the power of a stun gun, and you can start when you touch people's foreheads, it'll jolt them, change their lives.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? The gag shock ring,
but like tase them enough to like, oh, so
it doesn't knock them out
like a televangelist.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, but you're gonna hybridize this, man. Yeah. You can bring it together with televangelism, and life coaching. No. But do it live. Don't do pre-recorded. Always live.
Always live. Oh no!
You got to get that initial reaction when they get jolted and fall, and people catch them.
If I was a charlatan and a fraud,
right?
Like, but I'm not.
Yeah,
so.
Man.
No, I mean, like, well, okay, like if you're genuinely like trying to help people, like,
right?
What's wrong with that? Though?
And that's kind of what Tony Robbins does.
Yeah,
like, is his stuff bullshit? Mm-hmm. Some of it, maybe.
I haven't really read. I don't know.
But he does tell people what they need to hear, and to get them motivated to make changes in life.
Yep.
You know, so I've heard a couple people's testimonies that, like, it's complete BS.
Yeah.
And they actually went and saw him. And like, okay, yes, some of it is BS, but for the most part, he's just telling people what they need to hear, giving them motivation, giving the, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell people what they need to hear, but maybe I need to learn to be a little nicer about it.
That.
Like,
there's too much nice in the world. Right. Burn it down. No.
No.
Burn. Just jobs. Yeah. So, life coach. No license required in PA.
None.
What are you thinking?
I could just wear a T-shirt, like a T-shirt with a phone number and my price listed. Like,
so what? We shut the show down and go be life coaches?
Yeah, walk around. Yeah. And then, hey man, well here's the thing with the internet. Like, if we suck at it, or if we're okay at it, or if we're terrible at it, like, you know, there's Yelp. Like,
right.
Like,
I got some interesting stats too, because for a long time, not really the Yelp thing, but the Google listing. I'm going to put this out there, okay? Google are way more professional at what they do in doing the SEO, search engine optimization.
Oh, well, they've been at it since the 90s, haven't they?
Right.
Yeah.
They're way better at it than any individual. Okay, and you can kind of do it for free yourself if you have a business. It's not going to be to the extent that Google does it.
You and I have just talked about this for years, just in general.
Right, and as quick.
Yeah.
But there was a business listing for my friend's business, and he was getting the call from Google and a bunch of other people that were trying to do the same thing Google was doing, that wanted whatever, $400, $500, $800, $1,200 to get him at the top of the search results. And I went ahead and did it for $0. And he shows up with the correct address, correct phone number, a picture, multiple pictures of the business in the Google listing, and there's none of that none of those fake results where people just make up stuff that lead to,
So Google foo.
a little bit.
Okay.
But not like Google. I can't do shit as fast as or as efficient as Google can.
Yeah.
But you can, to an extent, do it free versus paying lots of money to do it. However,
how long does it take though?
it took. I'm guessing if you pay somebody, it's probably pretty instant.
Yeah.
It took a few months when I did it.
Yeah.
And it slowly did start changing. And the last stats I got was that for the month of January, 181 people had found his business through Google. Okay. I don't remember all the numbers, but it was 181 people overall. 40 some people had called, like when you Google something and it brings up the business and you tap the phone number, like 40 some people, 41, 42 people had called doing it that way. Like 5 people had gotten directions off of Google how to get to said business. Yeah. So, but like I said, it wasn't instant. It took months to do it, and it took a little bit of work, but $0 was invested into it.
Yeah.
So again, it's kind of one of those situations you get what you pay for.
Yeah. Well, time and money, I think are kind of like space and time. You know? Like,
time is money.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was that was a point I tried getting across too. At one point, and I'm not an expert at anything, but I know how to do a lot of things. Same thing with the business. I'm like, look, you're charging this, okay? You could be charging this because other people charge this, and you're still under them. It's like, that's kind of high. And I'm like, right, but look at what other people charge, and you're still well under that.
Yeah, you can.
But you're almost triple what you were charging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you were selling yourself short on this, so let's bring it up some and see if things improve. And they did, because they were getting a better service, but also paying for the better service. So I don't like talking without being specific, but I don't like I said, we're not throwing names out there.
No names. No names. Yeah. Oh, vamp for a second. Grab some coffee.
Vamp?
Vamp.
All right, people. So I'm trying to think of a name here. Let me pull this up for everyone. We'll go to the browser. We got the website. Where is the home page? Okay, so we have the podcast here. We'll just run over this real quick for people that haven't visited the website. This basically links you out to the directory on Libsyn, who hosts our podcast. This is a player that plays the most recent, well, apparently not most recent episode. This is the last one played in my browser, I believe, is how that works. We've got the homepage with the social media icons. They show up on most pages. Let's see where this goes. Oh, past live streams, which I have to fix. We keep ending up with the live streams that I do when helping fix out computers and other electronics and stuff. What do we got here? Oh, the home recording studio experiment. I got to do one with the new equipment. Tim and I will both do that sometime. Get some photos up here.
Oh yeah.
Put another blog entry there, and then we got the about page. Basically, just the Discord widget tells when we're live. You still got the social media icons there, and then you have the little sign up form if you want to sign up to the website. There's not much for a user to do there yet. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Not too much, but there's going to be another section here. I'm going to put it up. The name we had talked about, I don't know if we talked about it on the air. The name for it, we had talked off the air. Dave's Wall.
Yeah.
So that's basically going to be whenever we do kick off the Patreon, and and any of the original people, like longtime viewers, listeners.
Yeah.
If you want to sign up, you can get your name posted on Dave's Wall. I don't have the page set up yet, but it's going to be up here in these links. And it's just going to be a permanent place where your name goes if you're a Patreon,
an early listener,
early subscriber, listener, viewer.
Yep.
So that's basically just a quick overview of our very small home on the internet. Facebook's another one. It links out to this. Some stuff I can't change. It kind of puzzles me on the webpage, because there's two links for Twitter and 2 for Facebook. because I had my stuff up there.
Oh, okay.
And then I have the podcast. I had mine first and the podcast second. Every time I try to switch it, put the podcast like first in the list and me toward the end, it errors out and the icons disappear. Why? I don't know. So I may have to totally break down on, like, take down all those and put them back up. But anyhow, where were we at before you got coffee?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Wait, one job to do, you derailed it.
Yep, totally. Totally did, man.
That's all right. No, jobs.
Oh, yeah.
So I've worked around tech, with tech, public service, food service. Not really. I wasn't really a public servant, but I worked around the public with a few different jobs. Retail, which retail, I don't know. Maybe if I worked somewhere else, that would be more my thing. But I really didn't dig retail. In a sense that I really wasn't working retail dealing with people. I was overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't. I just got oddball questions and had to, chase people out of aisles that were misbehaving or whatever. Maintenance was a fun job.
Yeah.
I will say that. I got to do some stuff I'd never done before.
Oh, well, it keeps it fresh, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that. I took some naps in the cold, in the snow, too, in the freezer.
Wow, all right. Like a chili, huh?
Yeah, well, no, but you got to go where people won't find you.
Oh, I don't.
Hey, man, when you get a set of keys and you can go places normal monkeys can't,
Yeah.
you're definitely going to check out different parts of the zoo, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
You got to. Oh, what's up here? Let's go up on this ladder and see what's up
Yeah,
here.
I guess so, yeah.
There's a door. It's locked. What's over here?
Yeah. Snooping around.
Yeah, no, I didn't really do too much of that. But not the doors, but the ladder. Yeah, I didn't. I had duties on the roof, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working up here. Leave me alone. Another thing. Working versus not working. Okay, I've done both.
Yeah.
I've been unemployed. I think, who was president in 2009? Obama?
Yeah.
Okay. I was still seeking jobs. Even though I was on unemployment, I was actively pursuing employment, and it took a few years. But that was a crazy time back then for unemployment.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody that had been working, because the people kept getting extensions.
Yeah, I heard
Me,
yeah.
one of my friends, and another guy that we both knew, and probably a lot of other people were on unemployment for almost 3 years, or a little over 3 years in some cases, with all the extensions that came out. And it's like, what, like, I'm filling out apps, and it's like, damn, like, so depending on your area, there's some places that are just not easy to get a job.
Yeah.
That's why and I'm taking this not from a standpoint of having a family or kids, just from the standpoint of working, okay, and having a job versus not working, how much life sucks. It's kind of like some people can have a car and not have a car. It don't make a difference. You know what I mean? Some people just, if they have a car, cool. If they don't, no use for it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Me, it always makes getting around harder. Plus, there's kids, so it's like end of the world if the car dies or is wrecked or whatever. And I've been in that situation a few times. But no, the working versus not working. I don't know how, like, obviously not having a family, not having is all the same responsibilities. How people can get a job and, like, if they get yelled at, just like, whatever, F you and leave or quit. Like, I'm out of here. This isn't for me.
Yeah.
I've done that on a few occasions, but I never rage quit at a job. I worked the job, talked to my boss. I was like, look, this isn't for me. And they're like, well, hey, I'm really strapped. Can you stay till this time? And I'm like, okay, but after that, I'm out.
Yeah.
So we worked it out, and I didn't get unemployment from that one because obviously I quit. But yeah, I just can't put myself in that mindset of just walking out.
Oh, I love doing it. You know what? I love it. Oh,
Right.
my God, it tastes so good in my mouth.
It
I love Nick, I'm going to tell you something about me. One of my guilty pleasures is spite. Spite's
a good one.
So good.
Yeah, like I can understand it, but I could just never see myself actually doing it. Like
It feels great.
the working and then just like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does have their limit.
If you're vindicated, it feels good. I'll say that. Like, if you've got like good reason, like.
No, more or less the ones I'm talking about. The ones I'm talking about are the people that get the job and they want the paycheck. Mm-hmm. They want the paycheck. They want to come in to work, maybe on time, maybe hours late. Mm-hmm. Maybe just never call and say, "Hey, I'm gonna miss today. I'm sick or whatever." Mm-hmm. And the people that want to do as little as possible are like, you know what, this isn't for, I'm out of here. Screw this. And it's like, well, you really haven't done anything. That we're getting dings over here, man.
Ding.
Do nothing important. Oh, Tim, you texted me. You're here.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Good news, man. Good news.
Sweet.
No, yeah, I don't know. It's baffling how people can, like, especially when they need the job. And like I said, we're not throwing people out there. We're not throwing places out there. But if you kind of know a little bit about somebody, and you know, whatever, okay, they've got bills. Maybe they got fines. Mm-hmm. They got shit they need to take care of, or their life is going to get increasingly more difficult. Mm-hmm. Jail's no fun.
Yeah.
And they just like, like, I don't understand that whole irresponsibility aspect of it. I could never get my head wrapped around that.
Oh, like
you need this more than anything, but you're just giving up. Like, what?
Yeah, because you can find other work, dude.
Yeah, you can find other work.
Like,
but more often than not, I've seen a lot of people not find other work, and they just, you know what I mean?
fine. There's always another town. If I learned anything from my ancestors, it's just move 2 hours away. Fuck it.
2 hours away.
Yeah.
What's that? As far as you can wagon all the gear? No, you could go further than that with a wagon.
Yeah.
Here's the question, though: are we gonna end up with wagons again?
Maybe.
I want a self-propelled, self-driving wagon.
A wagon. Like a car is kind of a wagon. It's a horse. They call it the horseless carriage, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. No, I don't know. Working, I don't know. You can feel pressured to do it, or like you have to do it, I guess. In my case, I have to.
Yeah.
Just, I like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Got to keep the ship floating. Whatever, keep the plane flying. Whatever example you want to use. So that's my thoughts on working. I think people may, like, the cost of living is clearly higher, like way higher.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that is the same? I mean, we don't have any figures, but going from when you were a kid and whatever prices you can kind of remember back then compared to now.
I mean, it's that old saying: the dollar went further back then.
Back then, yeah.
Like,
It did seem like it did. I think I remember cars being under $10,000 and the budget economy cars being under like $5,000. Mm-hmm. Compared to $50-some thousand for a truck. Mm-hmm. Like, that's crazy.
Yep.
You gotta have a truck. You need it to be able to move stuff. And
okay. I think George Carlin may have said it, but he's like, I can't remember. I think it might have been, but there might have been another comedian. Sorry, but like, you don't, like, you only need a truck if you're actually hauling shit around.
Right.
Like,
well, that was a big trend too.
Yeah.
And we especially saw that in this area because of some of the employment opportunities that people were offered.
Yeah.
A lot of people went out and got these big, crazy diesels, turbo diesels, just big gas hog trucks. They're nice, they're shiny, they're flashy, they're fancy. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them got parked in favor, went to the economy budget car over the truck. I'm not saying everybody parks them. Some people still run them.
Yeah.
I could never see myself doing it, man. Not heck no. Not a big monster like that. Unless I say I was whatever, hauling firewood, sold firewood, or
yeah, but you would only use it as you're hauling around firewood.
Right. It's not going to be my daily driver.
Exactly. Yep.
Go like 12 miles and have to get more gas. But no, that's kind of thing of the past too. They've got them pretty efficient these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Somewhat.
Getting there. Well, I mean, this is like if you're gonna haul like tonnage or weight, you know, like it's gonna take energy to haul that weight. Like,
Yeah.
like no matter how you slice it.
So, moving on. Let's get on to something else because we're probably like, man, I work all week and now I'm going to spend some of my valuable time to watch y'all. And you're just talking about more work. I'm out.
Oh, hey, I haven't been working in about a month and a half, 2 months-ish. So.
Hey, man, that's up to you.
Well, I needed to bounce back a second. But yeah, I'm back in the market this week. So
That's good, dude. Yeah. That's good.
I started doing preliminary, like looking around online yesterday.
So you had a whole nother story you told me about. I don't know if you want to share that on the air.
No.
No?
You
don't want to share that?
No.
Oh,
that's a different dude, man. That's a different dude. That's not me, man.
You don't have to name it, but I mean just the experience?
No.
All right.
That's my friend's thing for his thing.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Well.
Nope. Maybe my friend will shill out the podcast though.
That would be good, dude.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I logged in. Give me the code so I can log into Facebook. Oh my goodness, man. I love two-factor authentication. Makes it feel secure, right? Boom. You got to authorize that it's you doing it.
Yeah.
But at times like this,
Oh yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah, I'm glad it happened because somebody like dinged my Facebook. Like I got a text like, "Hey,
Somebody was logging in?
Yeah, and it was like, "No,
No, it wasn't me, man.
not me." Oh, no.
Interesting, Dunny. 32 minutes ago. Are you posting? Who is that question for? Or maybe he just made a general statement.
I don't know. Dunny keeps like texting me about like tech stuff, so I'm like, Dunny, like, hey, there's the other chair, Dunny. Anytime.
Yeah.
We got a chair for you. Anytime.
Dude, come talk to us.
Yeah. Like,
don't hide.
Don't text me about tech. Come talk about tech.
Come talk about it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's hear your thoughts. Yeah. Speech it right.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, whatever. Speech it however you want to speech it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'm going to put that on a shirt. Speech it right.
Speech it right. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, clearly it needs to be a shirt. All right, people, we are upgrading the laptop this year. I'm going to jump over to another 5th gen Intel laptop. This thing was great. SSD. Hey, maybe it's the SSD. I have a lot of faith in Samsung products. They're generally good, but I think I got a bad SSD on my hands. I really do.
Well, it happens every once in a while.
It does.
To any manufacturer.
Yeah, any.
Yeah, that's what you said when I first started building computers.
I'm like,
you'll like get ready. You might have to RMA something. Doesn't matter who you get it from. Like,
and it doesn't matter what you pay because it sucks if you spend $800, $600, $1,000 on your graphics card and it shows up and it don't work.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And you need to RMA it. Or if it doesn't even turn, if it don't turn on, it keeps your system from booting, or your system boots, and there's a lot to it. I've had it happen. It's not. I'll tell you what. With advances in technology and machining, how stuff is machined and made these days compared to even 10, 15 years ago, there's a lot less DOA stuff. Like we get a lot less products through the shop that are dead versus years ago. All right, I found the stream. 10 people reached 4 engagements. We thank you. Always. I didn't check numbers this week on audio listeners, but I will. You people, you are appreciated. I just want to take a moment and say that.
Oh, yeah.
Audio listeners.
Since the beginning, yep.
Yeah, audio listeners are surprising. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely a good thing. That's how I consume most podcasts. There are times, though, that I find myself when I'm listening to something and it's like, all right, whoever, or so-and-so's on Rogan, and they're talking, they're getting crazy, laughing, or talking about something outrageous, and I'm like, all right, I'm off work now. I'm going to go back and watch the video of this where they're talking about it, versus listening to it, because I have the time to do it.
Okay.
Sometimes I will switch from the audio to the video. Not often, though.
I usually just keep the video handy. because in case like I am, even if I'm just listening in the background, I can with like YouTube, I minimize it or something, and you'll still play the audio. You can lock your screen, and well, if you have premium, you lock your screen and it'll still play. Blah blah blah. Just saying, yeah, but everyone. So that way, like, I'll listen when like I'm doing something else around the house,
Right.
or like, well, when I was working, and what was I trying to say now?
No clue, man.
Oh, I like to keep the option for the video in case they're showing something visually.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. Or if that, like I said, I want to see their reactions. They're talking about something shocking, and you can hear another guest on the show gasp, or somebody flips out and has a rant. I want to see that reaction, so that's when I'll switch to the video. And sometimes I switch, see it, and then switch right back to audio.
Yeah.
Talking about that, what you just said about keeping the video handy. Here's another thing. We'll throw it into today's show because it takes a little bit of work. Okay, let's look at this. And I don't think I need to say it, but I will, because maybe some people haven't made the connection or haven't thought about it or haven't experienced it. If you turn on the TV, right? It just works. The TV is going to play. Commercials will come on. Show's back on. The show ends. Another show comes on. Okay?
Okay.
You can kind of do that to an extent with YouTube if you have autoplay turned on.
Oh yeah, like I would like do that and like play video games.
Right.
Monitor it, yeah.
Okay, but now you download Google Podcast or Podcast Republic or Pocket Cast, whatever, even on your on an iPhone, Apple Podcast, whatever app you're using. You get the app and you open the app and there's like nothing. You got to subscribe to stuff to listen to it. Like it just doesn't work. You know what I mean? The app will work if you subscribe, but it's not like TV where you turn it on, or the radio. You turn the radio on.
Well, isn't there like iTunes has like a front page to it?
It does, right.
So,
well, iTunes, Apple Podcast, that's how they want us to refer to it.
I don't work for Apple.
I know, right? Are we going to bow to the man? Well, hell no.
What's the contract look like?
We're going to cut your apple tree down.
Yeah, like.
Wait, what? Well, it's a cherry tree.
Yeah, that was a cherry tree. Yeah.
Okay, but whatever.
Swap it to an apple tree, whatever, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But no, a podcast app just doesn't work. I think that's why the disconnect is with some people. Because you turn on TV, it just works. The radio, it just works.
Yeah.
I think that's why Spotify and Pandora are popular, because you go.
There's like a
you literally search something. After you search it, that station is created, and then stuff just always plays.
Yeah, algorithm it, bam.
Right. Yeah. Not so with podcast, and depending on your settings on whatever other platform you use, whether it's Vimeo or YouTube, stuff won't always autoplay. You got to seek stuff out.
YouTube's algorithm will throw you curveballs. Like, yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still baffled over the time when I got the copyright strike for the mic, me turning a mic on.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, somebody's copied. No, it was just the algorithm.
One time I streamed Civ 5, or like I didn't even stream it. Like I recorded it and then uploaded it.
Right.
Like they're like, yeah, it got flagged, but not for the music, or for the music, not for the game.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
what music was playing? Music in the game?
Music in the game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's, and if I'm wrong, please, somebody let me know, correct me. When I did the live stream of my first initial playing of Kingdom Hearts 3, I had said about, because there was another streamer that did it, and he recorded the video and then uploaded it. I was just doing a live stream, and I'm like, I took and muted it and switched the screen from that to like something else to me, because I'm pretty sure there was like a specific, some of the cutscenes had a song that was copyrighted, and I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't want to get flagged for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I turn music down in games now on PC anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great to have it, but yeah, it's so much better to have your video up there because whatever, if something goes viral or somebody really likes it, and if it ever gets noticed at all, I would rather not have that copyright thing hanging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to split your dollars with anybody.
No.
If that ever happens. I don't know. No, just the whole automation of TV and radio and even some internet radio.
Well, YouTube's starting to do like a bunch of them are coming out with services now where like they'll like finally like cable should have done where they'll let you pick your channels. It looks similarly priced to cable, but you know, like,
Of course it
yeah,
does.
of course,
What do you think it is?
Yeah, like
It's cable over the internet.
yeah, like. But you know, I mean, as long as it's more a la carte, that's all. You know, like you can get to pick what channels you want. That's all I cared about. That's all I ever cared about.
Yeah. Think of a world where that was possible. I mean, it's possible now.
Yeah.
But I don't think enough people, like, I don't see the cable companies dying because most cable companies have shifted their focus over to internet.
Yeah, broadband, yeah.
Being internet providers.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for them. Some companies are better than others. And we're not going to slam the companies. But I handle a lot of calls of people like, my internet's not working again. What do I do? I'm like, you got to call your ISP. There's nothing I can really do for you. Well, I just called 2 weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, you need to call them again.
Yeah.
I said, it's a poor company. They don't have their backbone built up right. They're selling service that they can't really support for as many people as they're selling it to.
Is this like one of the like rural ones around here? Or?
It's in PA, yeah. Okay, it's in more places than PA, but yeah, it's... Yeah, I don't know. That's type of stuff there seems like fraud. Like, there should really be...
Well, yeah, that's what the FCC is supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But that... Isn't that... What was that? The thing they got rid of?
Net
neutrality.
Yeah.
That's what they were supposed, but they're not now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And people that let that go, fools, you fools.
Yeah.
That's all I can say because, there's going to be stuff that's not important at all that's going to take precedence because somebody has the money to pay for it, to put it above. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a scary world. I don't like it, but yeah. All I can say is if you got slow internet and calling your ISP fixed it before, call them again. It's probably not you.
Here's the thing, though. When 5G rolls out,
right?
Is it really like? Is that because you can get cell service in rural areas better than you can internet, and at faster speeds, right?
Correct.
So once 5G is the thing, like, is it even going to matter?
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Speaking of 5G, okay, I'm gonna look at the progression of just my cell provider since like 2006. I think when I originally signed on, I got a gig of data, unlimited talk, text, and picture messaging was unlimited, but data for internet was limited at a gig of 3G, and then it went down to 2G speeds.
Yeah.
And slowly over time, up to 2 gigs, up to 4, and then I got 8 gigs, then 10. I'm up at 25 gigs now, and I haven't paid any more or less from 2006 till now. Or what, 2000, maybe 2007.
Like, I noticed, like, I had like one of the higher tier packages.
Right.
But yeah, they always would bump it up. Like, as like, you know.
I've been paying the same bill plus or minus a dollar or two.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Because of the E911 fee that they put on there, like the location services and that. Yeah. I've been paying the same fee for years, at least 11 years to the same company.
Now, here's a question I want to know. Like any phone like that can connect to a tower, you can emergency call, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Does it like?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Even an old flip phone.
Yeah.
If it has power and turns on and you dial 911, you will get an operator.
Cool. That's neat.
But you can't call 911 and order a pizza.
No.
People
it has to be an emergency. It has to be an emergency.
Yes, people have tried it, and your fucking pizza is not an emergency.
No. Oh, man.
Imagine being the 911 operator that got that call.
Oh, I'd be the one like, no.
Hey man, can I... 911, what's your emergency? Can I get a pizza? So you know somebody's done it. There's some dumbass.
So I think I was playing. No, I was playing a game. Okay, it was like a 911 operator game. Okay, and but they did have like there was like a thing in there, like well, you're like your dispatcher, and like you have to move all like the different like ambulance, fire,
Oh, all your units. Okay.
yeah. And but no, like there was a thing. They're like, oh no, sometimes people call under duress and use code. You know what I mean? That was built into the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
I think it's in my Steam library. I'll shout it out next time.
Yeah. You don't know the name of it?
No, off the top. It's been a while since I played it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Kerbal is tough.
Kerbal stuff. I've been playing. It was called Rise of Civilization on mobile. My first mobile game.
Oh,
really
okay.
yeah. And
Yeah, how's that going? Mobile.
no, I like it. It's just it's a base building game.
Yeah.
And then like you go out and like fight. You can. It's Clash of Clans, but way better. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got into Clash of Clans. Couldn't do it.
They're
Sorry.
changing the name to Rise of Kingdoms, though, because it's more fitting, like for the scale of like what you can. I get it. Like,
Rise of Kingdoms. Yeah.
yeah, because you control a kingdom.
It's progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't control a civilization. You control a kingdom. So, yeah, it's a fun game. But
I'm trying to think of the last game I had fun with. I think I didn't finish it, and it was my fault for not finishing it. And then after I couldn't finish it,
I'm still playing Resi 2.
Yeah.
Finish that.
yeah, after I couldn't finish it, I went and bought the game, but I haven't played the paid for version of it yet. Yeah. So long story short, I pirated a game. It froze up and glitched out partway through. My save wasn't any good. I would have had to start over. So I'm like, you know what? Bought the game. It was great. I had fun, but I haven't played it through
As an
yet.
adult, though, like honestly, I feel like I've, you know, like I have the library. That's why like I pay for the game, so like I can always go back and replay it as long as those services still exist.
Right.
But well, and I think it's Steam's thing. Like somebody said, like if they ever do go down, there's like a grace period where you can like download all your games real quick. like, but don't know where I was going with that one.
Did you see? There's some news that
like never mind. Go ahead.
What is it? Microsoft letting Xbox One owners stream PC games to their Xbox.
Yeah, there's way more integration now. Like,
Dude.
Oh, somebody was saying the next Halo is coming out on PC. Like, there's a Master Chief Collection coming to PC.
It is a great time for gaming.
Yeah.
And it's only getting better.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, streaming PC games to Xbox One. That's nuts.
I'm excited for the all digital. Like, there's rumors of like a $100 Xbox One that like geared for like 1080p gaming, but like
all digital.
All digital.
No physical media.
No physical media. I'm like, oh, that's great for me. Like,
some of the services that I am kind of interested in, but I don't want to waste any money on them, is the like where you get the little console, the controller, and everything comes from a server.
oh yeah, like from a server.
Yeah, yeah, you're streaming your game to your
like a streaming one. Yeah, not. I think the concept for the Xbox One that's coming out is like it's basically a hard like there's no optical drive.
Right.
Yeah, but you
download the games to it. No, I'm talking about I don't even know the services.
Or no, maybe I'm thinking wrong. Maybe that one was a streaming one. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't heard anything more about it yet. So.
Oh boy, the best game. Oh, game streaming services for 2019, Tim. So I mean, there's so much good shit out here.
Yeah.
Even though we talked about it, there's so much good stuff going on in the world. I don't know how people get so wrapped up in all the wokeness in the PC. Like, I talk about it, I rag on it, whatever, but it doesn't take up zero of my life outside of this show.
Yeah.
You know, for the brief few minutes that I'm here. I don't know how people get so wrapped up in it. Honestly, I don't. But hey, if that's your thing, man. I like podcasts, games, cigarettes.
Yeah.
Even though they're not good.
No, not too good. No. Yeah.
Cloud gaming. So
It's
basically Netflix, but for games.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a couple devices that I saw Linus Tech Tips review one PlayStation Now is kind of that, but I'm pretty sure you download the game. Liquid Sky, Solid Solution, 2 tiers. Okay, yeah, that was the thing. Gamer and Pro. And there, Vortex was another one I had heard of. I'm just going through this list real quick. GeForce Now. What is that?
That's NVIDIA's, I think.
Everybody's doing their own thing. And as long...
But that's the thing. I think only like maybe like 3 or 4 are going to become like the standard at most.
Right.
Like,
yeah, everybody, some of you people out there, your idea sucks.
Yeah.
And your shit's not going to become standard. It's not going to be, you're not going to be breaking ground. You can follow other people if you do it right.
yeah.
I don't know, who's notoriously bad for doing crappy stuff with gaming? Square?
EA, I think. Yeah.
Or EA.
EA is like notorious.
EA.
Come on, it's EA. Like,
Square is pretty decent.
Square is not too. Square is what, pretty much anti-modding, but other than that, they're okay.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah, don't
mod it. Don't try and mod a Square game.
Don't mod their shit. You'll get the hammer.
Yeah. Like, nah, it's got to be EA. That's been the one for like a decade.
So a la carte. Do you think that's really the future? A la carte everything.
Yeah. Why not? I imagine you'll find like cheaper services that like have like a bundle like one, and then like from more like you bump it up, and then you can just pick what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. There's always been free services for stuff, and for some models it don't work out. Like I love, and I've seen it happen a few times over the years. Okay. We're still extremely new to podcasting.
Oh yeah,
Podcast? No, but podcasting, yeah, we're still noobs.
Yeah,
whatever, babies.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're just beginning with this. Okay, but over the years of listening to podcasts, and from the first initial idea of starting one years ago, I've seen like 1, 2, maybe 3 companies come about that offered free podcast hosting, and that free model don't work.
No, because you need to store data somewhere, man.
Right,
yeah, like,
and yeah, I mean it works for a time, but there's all kind of stuff that can go bad with that. Like, say you got a show that catches some traction and people start listening, and all of a sudden your show's taken down because the free media hosting that your free platform is giving you, the server that's on can only handle,
so much. It slows down. Yeah,
slows down, or your show's just not there altogether because they have to disable it. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with free models, and I chuckle to myself every time I see a new company form that's offering free media hosting, and it's like there's some limitation there. There's stuff you can't do, or it's just they go away after a time.
Yeah.
And so, so right from the bat, I tried looking at the free option for this show, and I'm like, this is dumb. Every company I've ever seen offering the free stuff. It fails. It's a failing model from the start.
I think you know what I think has been lost and kind of like bastardized, like the free trial. You know what I mean? Like, give an honest free trial, like, like, or something. You know, like, I don't know, like, yeah,
the free trial. Yeah, that was a good thing that existed years ago.
Shareware, stuff like that. Yeah, like, yeah.
Actually. Yeah, let's.
If the product's good enough, they'll. Yeah,
I'll shout it out. There's I know one service that we use for this show here. That it is free, and if you want to buy it, you can, or you can still use the free service, unlimited, not unlimited. You can use it unrestricted, but there is a limit. You can process 2 hours of audio. And this is like in the the editing phase of doing the audio version of the show, or if I correct any of the audio for the live streams. But Auphonic, it'll handle noise reduction. You can put, I think, a high pass filter on there. You can do the vocal audio leveling. Like if our mics would be set off from each other, like one level way up, and you're low and I'm real loud, or
balances it out. Okay,
it'll balance it out. Yeah, Auphonic is one that offers that. There's another one, I forget the name of it, but they just came out recently, doing kind of the same thing. And you can do, I think, 2 hours of audio free per per month. But if you need more than 2 hours, okay, and this is where it gets tricky. This is the gray area about it. Just sign up with another email. So you got 4 hours. But really, I mean, how much audio do you need to process in a month? If you're like somebody that is setting up, whatever, your thing's gonna be on Fiverr, you're selling your service as an editor to edit podcasts for people, don't sign up with a bunch of emails. Pay the $69 or $89 for the desktop version of the app, and you can process as many hours as you want. And that's what I did, because originally there was this show, then the DTPC podcast, and I was cranking, 4 episodes a month usually here, and then the first couple there, and I was well beyond the 2, so I made 2 accounts, one for this show, one for that show. And I'm like, this is okay. I kind of like sneered at the $89 price tag or whatever they were asking at the time. I'm like, man. But then I started processing the free audio, and like, oh, $11, I can add a couple more hours. Well, once I got to the $90 mark, I'm like, fuck, I could have bought the program. So that's what I did. I stopped using the free, bought the program, and it's been, processing all the audio for this, some of my videos that I actually record instead of live streaming. Anything concerning sound that has sound to it, I do it and run it through that, and it makes it sound great.
Nice. Well,
you know that problem where you're watching a movie?
Okay.
And you can't hear the people talking, or a TV show, so you turn it up, and then an action scene comes on and commercial blows you out of your chair.
Yep.
Yeah, this program fixes that.
Oh, neat.
And there's, so the free version's awesome. It's unrestricted. You can do all the same stuff with the free and the paid for version, or there's a subscription-based service where you can pay a couple dollars a month and you get like 9 or 12 hours to process. Yeah. I just bought the desktop app version of it.
There you go.
Yeah, man. So
Nice.
the free version got me to subscribe for 1 month, and then after subscribing, I'm like, this is dumb because I've already, yeah. So freeware's still, like you said, some people do it, but the free trial.
Well, they're like, hey, free trial, now enter your credit card number, so we hold it hostage.
We're going to charge you $1 to make sure it's a legit card.
Yeah, like...
You know it's legit when I enter it.
Yeah, you can...
Your system checks that. Yep. You don't have to charge the buck and hold anything hostage.
Shifty.
Bastards.
Yep.
Damn, son, we are over our mark.
Oh, one thing, that one went by nice.
Yeah, no, so hopefully we'll get a good story out of this sometime. Your story, your friend's story, whatever, whoever's story.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
Well,
we'll get him on here. That would be badass.
Get him on, maybe next week. We'll have to figure that one out, though. That'd be tricky, scheduling me and him at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you got none, go get yourself a jobby job.
Yeah, get a job.
Not everybody can be Snoop Dogg.
Oh, cooking with Martha Stewart, smoking mad blunts. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that job, though.
Oh, I love that job. Like,
Martha Stewart, though? Didn't she go to jail?
Yeah, for like tax shit. Or like insider trading. Like,
dude, that's some of the greatest shit that I've ever heard. Yeah. Okay. And whatever, all right, on YouTube, people, there is a whole agnostic, atheist, non-believer scene of people that make videos and kind of, they debate with young earth creationists, flat earth believers, and a lot of them are either physicists, scientists, college students studying toward a profession in that. But some of the great things, like, do you know the name Kent Hovind?
Kent Hovind?
Yeah, he's a young earth creationist.
No, I don't.
Yeah, his whole spiel is this evolution thing. It's fairy tales. It's made up. It's SpongeBob BS or something. He doesn't say BS. It's SpongeBob make-believe fairy tales.
Hooey or something.
Yeah, that's what he calls evolution. He's like, you can't take and draw lines on paper and have that be evolution. You know, he believes in the 6,000-year-old Earth. Well, when these people start referring to him, when they're talking about him, like, whatever, if they're debunking one of his latest videos, whatever, they don't, because he went to jail. Okay. He went to prison for, I think, tax. He was one of the I'm not going to pay taxes people.
Oh, one of those people, yeah.
Yeah, they don't use his name. They're like inmate number.
Yeah.
And it's like a running joke with some of the bits. It's great, dude. Inmate number.
I had one of those.
Yeah, I don't want. We don't need no inmate numbers here, Tim.
No.
Oh boy. All right. With that being said,
I think that's a good one.
keep working, man. Yeah.
Keep on working, people.
Keep it. What is keep hammering?
Keep hammering. Keep hammering's one. Like,
Keep hammering.
I don't know. I'll write some like crappy motivational phrases. Like, whatever.
Keep on keeping
I
on.
gotta make the T-shirt first.
What's Joe Dirt? Keep on keeping on.
Keep on. Maybe. Yeah, it might be Joe Dirt.
Joe
Yeah.
Dirte.
I always went like, yeah, Joe Dirte. Yeah.
Dude, what was that car? Does anybody know? What was that car he had? It was a ridiculous. The car.
Barracuda.
I don't know. But what a what a bucket of rust, man.
It's been a while since
It was the one in the beginning, the ridiculously dirty with the big wing and
the big wing. That's what I'm
the
thinking.
tires on the huge tires on the back, pizza cutters on the front.
Yeah.
All right, have a good week, people. We're getting out of here.
And later on, thanks for watching.
I gotta cue the
Cue the music.
Cue the music.